Peace, love, and about it. Here, Greece, y'all. What is good? It's ShyTheGemini returning for another amazing video. Hello, everyone. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Real quick, I'm still doing those $50 readings where I'm doing my full natal chart readings, and the full natal chart readings include your placements, your aspects, your career patterns, your finances, and your relationship patterns. And it also includes your north and your south node, which is your past life. Okay, so I'm doing a special, so email me if you're interested. I'll put all my information, of course, in the description box. Okay, now I wanted to make a video about the Scorpio archetype. I've always wanted to do this video. I've been waiting for the right time, but obviously there's no such thing as the right time. It's just the right now. Okay, so I was on Twitter the other day, and somebody had made a tweet about, I don't remember what it was, but made a tweet about Scorpio placements. And, you know, thought it was very interesting. I put my intake in, and everybody, the Scorpios, seemed to be receptive of it. So I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna get into, you know, the meat and potatoes of this video. So, and I quote, Scorpio's purpose comes from turning trauma into personal and internal power. When that's not done, they are overly mistrustful, playing mind games, manipulate because they fear being hurt again, which leads to self-sabotage because they haven't addressed their inner wounds. Basically, hurt people who hurt people. They use these tactics for control with the intention to not get hurt again, but they end up creating worse situations that create more hurtful experiences, and it's just a nasty, continuous cycle of self-destruction that they are not aware of. I know, right? Fire, okay? But anyway, that's not the point. So I'm basically making this video to send a message to those with Scorpio placements, okay? Just my advice, okay? Now, I know you're asking, why do you think you're so qualified? Why do you think you can, quote, talk about this? Because I have 3 planets aspecting Pluto. I got my Jupiter and my Pluto in the 8th house. I got Scorpio on the cusp of my 8th house, and I have my north node in Scorpio. So I'm Plutonian all day, baby. I'm with the deep diving. I've done it. I did it. Been there, done that. Got a t-shirt. So I get the energy. I feel like I'm the Scorpio expert. I'm not even gonna try to lie. Like, I know Scorpio energy like the back of my hand, and like I said, Scorpio's in my 7th house, so it's like naturally in partnerships and other people, that's kind of the energy that I look for anyway. So I'm saying all of that to say, if you have Scorpio placements, it is very imperative that, and most of you want long-term, intimate, loving relationships. And you might have had an experience in the past, whether it's sexual trauma, abuse, you got your heart broken, whatever pain that someone inflicted on you, okay, that is your seed for your personal transformation. Okay, you're supposed to take your pain and turn it into personal power. When you unlock that personal power, it's basically unlocking the cheat codes to make life easier. Okay, because when y'all don't deal with, when Scorpio placements don't deal and face their wounds head on, everything that they touch basically goes to shit, pretty much. And until you actually address what's really going on the inside, and this doesn't mean like forgive and forget, obviously that's not what I'm saying, but it's just not, it's about not being addicted to pain and not being a victim of your past, okay? Because once y'all are representative of the phoenix, okay, you're supposed to rise from the ashes. That is what y'all are. That's what y'all do. That's what you're being called to do. When you feel that pain, when you go through that mourning process, is not to be like, okay, fuck these people, you know, fuck everybody, I don't trust nobody. That's just coming from a place of woundedness and hurt, which is understandable. But what you're supposed to do with that is turn that pain into a way to empower yourself, okay? And then when you empower yourself, you end up getting exactly what you want, instead of the mind games and the pushing away and the push-pull to see, you know, for control, and, you know, y'all know the stuff y'all be doing, because I be peeping the stuff y'all be doing. I don't be see right through y'all, okay? And Pisces does too, honey. So when y'all do that, you're actually creating the opposite experience that you want. When in reality, we all know that y'all just want to be loved and be held, and y'all just want to be loved intimately, deeply for a very long time, okay? But you can't do that if you don't face your moves, okay? So then you have to consider which stage of Scorpio that you're in. I want to do a separate video on this, but there are 3 evolutionary stages of Scorpio, and I believe this represents y'all emotional evolution, right? Because Scorpio is a water sign. It deals with Pluto. It deals with the psychology. It deals with death, like not death dying, but death like beneath the surface. Mind you, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto in mythology is the god of the underworld. Pluto, Scorpio rules death, sex, intimacy, taxes, other people's money, the occult, the taboo. Okay, this is why a lot of Scorpios, you can tell Scorpio and Aquarius are 2 archetypes that you can tell anything to, and they won't like, they won't freak out, or they won't like, they be like, okay, like you can tell them, hey, you know, they won't freak out, okay? So y'all are meant to dab in the taboo. It also represents intimacy, being able to fully connect with another. So when you move from the Libra archetype, it's fascinating how the transition between Libra and Scorpio, because when you're dealing with Libra does deal with relationships, but it's more about mental cooperation, basically. It's like marriage. Okay, it's like, okay, I have this in my marriage, this is what I bring cooperatively, this is what you bring cooperatively, cool, let's bind it together and build something, right? So it's just like, it's really about cooperation and teamwork, Libra. Scorpio takes it to the next step. Once we have realized we're somewhat compatible, we can cooperate, then we move to Scorpio and we get a little bit deeper. We get more intimate with one another. We start asking each other questions about childhood and emotional states and emotional needs. We start to get intimate. We start to have sex. We start to just fully embrace one another beneath the surface level, okay? And we talk about things that might be typically uncomfortable to talk about, but after we talk about them, it brings us closer, okay? That is Scorpio energies, okay? If Pisces would be like floating a canoe in the ocean, right? And just drifting. Don't know where you're going, but just drifting and just trusting that you're gonna make it to an island or something. Then in retrospect to that, Scorpio will be like the trenches deep down in the ocean on the sea floor, where you see all the angler fish and all the weird alien looking fish with the glowing lights and stuff. Like, that's Scorpio. Scorpio is like, you know, diving deep into the trenches of the ocean, you know, where they do Blue Planet and all that stuff, okay? Y'all be having that need to know why, because Scorpio is similar to Gemini. We need to know why something occurs. We need to know why, okay? Perhaps, you know, turn that why on the inside. That why needs to be converted and turned on the inside, okay? And then when you do this, like I said, there's another typical shadow stereotype of Scorpio, that Scorpio is very vengeful and yada yada yada, and that might be some truth to it. But really, the key is when you start to release yourself from what other people have done to you, and then when you're going to get another layer of yourself, okay? And then when you do that, when you evolve like that, automatically that energy is naturally going to bring karma, you know, I don't really believe in karma, but you know, just for keep it surface level. And then in doing that and doing the inner work and reaching new levels of yourself, that energy is going to really bring karma to the people who hurt you. So that's the irony. I mean, the irony is you wish karma on somebody because how they did you, but in reality, the karma comes from You taking that pain, you're facing it, you look at it, okay, then you plant the seed, like, okay, this is pain, I'm no longer going to be attached to it, I'm going to transmute it and make it work for me. Okay, once you start to do that, that's when, you know, the universe and your energy sends out circumstances to, you know, put people who hurt you in disadvantageous situations. Okay, so that's really the key. So y'all really got to be careful. Y'all are extremely powerful people, but a lot of y'all squander y'all power. A lot of y'all throw your power away trying to being attached to pain. Okay, literally literally suffering because of it. So instead of address it, you go through life with your lip poked out and being mistrustful and guarded, which, like I said, is y'all God-given right. Because, you know, I understand privacy. Scorpio is very private. Y'all like y'all, you know, y'all like y'all discretion, right? But, you know, when that's too much on the extreme, it can have adverse effects. The perfect person I can say in regards to this energy who hasn't dealt with their wounds at all is Future. I can tell, it's something about Future's energy. I've had dreams about Future and where he just venting to me. It's so weird, like, about his problems and stuff. He just wants somebody to listen. Like Scorpio, Future is somebody deep down inside who just really want to be loved. But because, you know, he hasn't addressed whatever issues that he had or whatever emotional disturbances that he has that causes so much mistrust in people, how he does people, especially women, because he hasn't dealt with his emotional stuff, you know, he tends to have bad relationships that go bad. Okay, when in reality, deep in his mind, low-key, he wants somebody to love up on and come to every night on the low. He damn near pushing 40. Ain't no 40-year-old man still want to run around and play and play hit them and dip them. Okay, I just really want y'all to be aware of that. Okay, the key to your self-fulfillment starts with you. You either going to determine, are you going to be a victim of, are you going to give your power to those who hurt you, or are you going to re-empower yourself by transmuting that pain to work for you? That is the key. And then when you do that, baby, when y'all do that, y'all become real dangerous. But y'all, some Scorpios be squandering it because I get it, the hurt sucks, but you must face the hurt if you want what you want. And y'all just want to be loved. Okay? So, with that being said, thank y'all for watching this video. I hope this helped. And I see y'all next time. Bye.